Hello guys, how are we doing? I promised earlier that I would jump back on and give some information about my new challenge which is coming up. So I'm going to jump on quickly and say what it's all about. I'll probably have to share my screen. I've got something written down on a Word doc, so I might bring it up on the screen. Because as you know, before I went away, I did a 50-day challenge, which was Facebook Lives for 50 days. So I wanted to incorporate lives as well, but ramp it up a little bit and maybe get people involved doing some lives and doing some other challenges. But it has to be something that pushes yourself. That's what it's all about. Because if you're not pushing yourself, then you won't make any progress. It's as simple as that. So you got to push out the limits and you got to test the boundaries, etc. So this particular one is going to last for 30 days. I'm going to start this challenge myself on Saturday. Now, if you watched my afternoon live, I did say to you that of all the challenges that I've done, I've never had anybody that starts it and finishes it along with me. And that's just what happens. People say they're going to do it. People say they're going to join in, and they never do. Or they may start for 2, 3, 4 days, and then they just give up. That is what happens, people. So when you set yourself challenges, you have to stick to them. And it just shows that if you don't stick with these things, you're not going to get the sort of results. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to bring up what I've just jotted down and what I've decided to call it and what I'll be doing. And if anybody wants to join the challenge, I can start it on Saturday. It will take some doing. You're going to have to do some lives and you're going to have to be committed. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I've had one of my dominators, Carl, said he's all for it, but we will see. We will see what happens. Let me just try and share the screen. Let me share the entire screen. 1 second. And I'll be able to bring up the. I'm still watching it to go. So I've created a Word doc. And I've called this challenge the XXX 100 challenge. Reason being, it consists of 3 parts. It's going to be over a 30-day period. And basically, it's going to consist of the following. You're going to do 100 Facebook Lives over 30 days. Going to make 100 Facebook posts in 30 days and post 100 video shorts also in 30 days. Now, this averages out, I've said to around 3 a day. The actual figure is probably about 3.5 a day, but with 3 days a week. So you're going to need, over the 3 days a week, to do 4 on about 3 days or whatever it is to keep the numbers. So there is a bit of flexibility here because you can actually say one day you might only do 2 lives or 2 Facebook posts or whatever. But the total across the 30 days has got to add up to 100. So if you tot it up each day, it's going to be quite easy. So basically, each day, it sounds more than it is, but it's quite a simple commitment in my eyes, in some ways, because you basically got to do yourself, on most days, you can do 3 Facebook Lives, you're going to make 3 Facebook posts, and you're going to do 3 video shorts. Now, over a 30-day period, it's going to give you 90, so you're 10 short. So obviously, you're going to need a few days where you're going to have to do 4. Now, what I've also put for all lives, posts, and videos must be unique each time. In other words, because we know people like to bend rules and try and get around it. So, if you can't just say make 1 video short and post it 4 times across the day and say, well, I've done 4 video shorts. No, it doesn't work. You can do 1 video short and post it to 4 platforms, but then you've got to do another 2. You're going to do 2 different ones. So, if you make a live and decided to share that, again, it doesn't really count because you're doing this, using the same content. This is the idea, and this is what creates that commitment, because you've got to be putting different content out there and doing it on a regular basis. So all this challenge is basically doing is making people get to work, because this is the sort of thing that a lot of people should be doing anyway. So like I said, posting the same video 3 or 4 times a day, for example, does not count. So it's quite simple. 100 Facebook Lives in 30-day period, make 100 Facebook posts in 30 days and post 100 video shorts in 30 days. Hence why I've decided to call it the XXX 100 challenge. I'm going to start my own challenge on, what did I say? on Saturday. So I'll go into it again on tomorrow's live. How you doing, Carl? How you doing? Fancy you catching it. Carl is the one person so far that has said he's up for it. We shall see. I have faith in Carl because he's been doing quite well, and he has been following what I ask him to do on certain things and help him to do. And if Carl manages to do it, he'll be the first person that ever joins me on a challenge and sees it all the way through to the end and completes it, because nobody ever has. I always finish all my challenges, barring an emergency, but I haven't yet not finished the challenge that I started. And like I said at the beginning, many people say, I'll do it with you, I'm jumping on this. I even had it on the 50-day challenge. I had about 4 or 5 people at the beginning who said they definitely wanted to do it, wanted to go along. And guess what? Yes, you guessed it. I think by the 3rd day, they had all gone. This is what happens, and this is when you realise people that they're just not doing enough, because if they can't do a simple challenge like that and stay with it, then guess what? See, Carl's. I set him a challenge when we started working a bit closer together, and I said to him, I want you to do a Facebook Live every day, and we sort of mentally agreed. I think they was going to do a 30-day, and he's nearly there. And Carl has just said he's definitely up for it. So this is good. Carl said it sounds like fun. Carl, it is fun. That's part of it, Carl. And Carl just said it sounds like fun. You got to enjoy it, and you got to. Your brain should be working all the time. You should be thinking, when am I going to get these lives done? Now, there's no if you want to, people say, how am I going to do 100 lives? It's 3 a day. 3 lives a day is easy. There's no time limit. I'm not saying you've got to do 3 20-minute lives. You've got to do 3 half-an-hour lives. If you're walking to work, if you're going to your car, whatever, everyone's got their phones with them. If you're out and about, how long does it take to shoot a 2-minute live, a 3-minute live? It doesn't. You can stick them in your car. You can do while you're driving. There's no excuse. And so to do 3 lives across a day is easy, trust me. And to do a 4th one is not a problem. And it's the same with your Facebook posts. 3 Facebook posts a day, maybe 4, all different posts, is easy to do. And these are the things that you should be doing regularly anyway. These are the things you should be doing consistently to get results. So I'll call it the XXX100 because basically that's the way to do it. I was initially going to do just say 100 Facebook Lives over a 30-day period, but I thought, no, I want to add some more. I want to add some more to that. Sort of me lights going out in the background. So that's why it's got a bit dark behind. So Carl just said, I just walked to the shop and did a live. So there we go. That shows how easy it is. The reason the lights changed, we got a fully automated smart home here, and everything's set up on automation. So the lights have just dimmed, which is why it's a little bit darker on the screen at the minute. But absolutely, Carl just said, I just walked to the shop and did a live. Exactly. That is how easy it is. When you sort of wrap your head around these things, if you figure out how easy this is, I've got to do 3 lives, and at least 3 times a week, you've got to do 4. Easy to do. Carl just said, I walked to the shop and did a live. Easy as that. The other day I was talking to him, he did a live. He did it live when he's been finishing work and he's going to get something to eat. This is how easy it is when you've got your phone with you. This is how easy it is to make Facebook posts. So I'm not asking people to do the impossible. I've had 2 or 3 people messaging me saying, what's your new challenge? What's the new challenge? Well, here it is. Quite simple to do. And I said I'll jump on a second live today and tell people what it is. So 100 Facebook Lives in 30 days, 100 Facebook posts in 30 days, and 100 video shorts in 30 days. And when you got the likes of, say, like CapCut and things like that, I mean, doing shorts becomes quite simple. So there are many ways to do these things, and that's the challenge. I'll touch on it again tomorrow. I'm going to jump on and do another live tomorrow. I'll reveal what it is, and then Saturday I'm going to kick it off. And AI does a post in 15 seconds, Carl just said. Exactly. I mean, it's so easy to do, these things, and you'll find that once you do these things, you set yourself this challenge and you commit to it, your momentum is just going to pick up tenfold, because it gives you a sense of accountability. Like I always say, it gives you a sense of consistency and things like that. So that's the way to do it. So I said I was going to jump up and do a quick one, and there we go. I'll go into it again tomorrow. I'll cover it once again tomorrow, and then I'll kick mine off on Saturday. Carl said he's going to jump in, so Carl, if you can start on the same day, is even better. This is the best way to do it. Try and start when the person sets the challenge, because what happens when people say, I'll start mine next week, and then procrastination kicks in and it happens. So the idea is to start when you can, and that's why I'll mention it today. I'll jump on it again tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens on the Saturday. But a lot of people watch challenges, as I mentioned on the afternoon live. They watch challenges because they actually want people to fail. This is the ironic part to a lot of people that watch challenges. It's quite weird how they work, but they're actually waiting for the person to sort of fail and mess up. And Carl said he's definitely up for it in chat later if you want. Yeah, just give us a buzz, Carl. Actually, Carl, tonight I'm watching some football from 8. So message me first, and then we'll work out a good time. So there we go, guys. I thought I'd jump on quickly, just a quick 10-minute or so live, just to let you know what it is, what it's about, and if you're up for it. We shall see. I've had a few people message me across the week saying, yeah, I'll definitely be up for it, but that happens every time. But the actual doing, but Carl, I've got sort of confidence in at the moment, because he's been doing his daily lives no problem, so he knows already how easy they are to knock out, and doing the other bits really are just a formality, but the numbers sound good. So there we go, guys. I'll leave it with you. I'll jump on it again tomorrow and go into a bit more detail again and re-announce what it is, and then we'll kick it off on Saturday. So whatever you're doing, have a great evening. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next live.